One thing we did get to do, which is what I wanted during a natural birth, was I really wanted Ollie to tell me what the sex was.
No.
So we still got that moment, didn't we?
Beautiful moment.
Yeah, really
Just
special.
cried my eyes out.
And
Did you?
She was so tiny.
I didn't think I would because like I was just buzzing and happy, and Amelia. I was obviously at that point I was scared for Amelia, but I was just like. But when we just saw Maddie's little face and it was a girl, you know, and it was just like.
Yeah, it was.
I remember going
really special.
I was like, oh my God, it's a girl. And again, even getting welled up thinking about it, it was actually a really beautiful moment we shared. And then they took Maddie away, and then that's kind of like, whoa.
Do you think in that moment there's also a sense of relief because you were so aware of what can go wrong in the pregnancy? And it seems like you weren't so much like enjoying the moment, but that's your end. Like you just want the baby there for her son to be with you.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit naive. I really just, I don't think I even wanted to put my thought, I didn't even want to think of the negatives. I didn't want to think of what if something else happened.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know if that's everyone's feelings. I was just like, everything's going to be great. I felt really confident. As soon as the baby was with us, I was scared. I was like, oh my God, like, she's so small. Like, how do we keep her alive? Oh my God, we've got to, like, what are we going to do now? And like, that was probably the most moment I was panicked and scared the most. I think when they had control of it, I was like, oh, you guys are great. But when it was given to us, Madison was given to us, I was like,
And Ollie had an hour before he then had to leave.
That was
for
weird.
the next gig.
Yeah, that was hard. That was weird.
What was that like for you both? Because obviously you knew it was coming, but it's a very different thing knowing it was coming and it actually happening.
Well, I knew that Amelia's mum was there, which always gave me comfort. I knew Amelia was on her own. I think, again, I just went, I'm going to work. And if I overthink this, I'm going to cry on my eyes all the way up to the gig. So I was kind of like, I'm really sorry, babe, but I've got to go. And she knew I was going anyway. Yeah. But there was definitely that, I haven't really had a chance to bond with Madi yet. And I don't really know who she is. So there was a really big, like, I'm going to get emotional about it. I don't want to get emotional. But yeah, it just felt a bit like...
it was tough to say goodbye, wasn't it?
Because you're talking about your baby.
I know. It was hard to get that connection, that relationship. And obviously Amelia was amazing, and I had to leave.
I think that's a really common thing for new dads to feel like with their baby, that there's suddenly a baby in their lives. And I think we talk about bonds so much, and your baby comes out and instantly you're meant to feel this connection. It's meant to be there instantly. And actually I think it's something that grows. And I think as a dad, it's very difficult because your role isn't set out yet, you know, and it takes a while for that connection to happen and things like that.
But yeah, I felt really guilty and awful, but then I just like, I don't know, I've got to go and work. I've got to provide.
Was it towards knowing that Amelia had just given birth and that you were leaving?
Oh, I don't know. It was so many different things. It was, we should be doing this together, but our mum's there, it's fine. To, like I just said, like not having that connection yet, and that feeling of like, who is this person we've just given birth to? And we had a couple of days in the hospital together, but you know, it was Amelia breastfeeding for 2 days and figuring all that out. So for me, it was like, what's my job here? I don't know yet. As a guy, I didn't know my role yet. I was just there to what do you want me to do? Clean a nappy? Okay. And I probably annoyed Amelia half the time by like, is it feeding time yet? No, that was an hour ago. Oh, okay. Is it feeding time yet? No,
she'd
it's
cry.
not.
Oh, she's probably hungry. I said, no, I fed her 20 minutes ago.
But like,
she's just pissed off.
And then, you know, I went on the road and then it got easier really. And then, and then again, guilt come in, late nights, Amelia struggling. I'm having a great sleep. You know, we laugh about it now, but, you know, and we were laughing about it at the time.
And were you able to say to each other, I'm struggling? Because I know that, Amelia, you found it difficult at moments too. So was it easy to kind of go, I'm struggling, and not feel like...
I found that more difficult because Ollie's gone to work. He doesn't want to not be there, but that's his job. So what I didn't want to do is tell him, oh, I'm having a really bad day. Oh, I'm going to cry now. Because I didn't want him to then not be able to work.
Yeah.
Look at us getting emotional.
But I just didn't want to burden him with, you know, I'm just at home, I'm with our daughter. But yeah, I think I found that much harder than you did.
But it was lucky because I had a secret squirrel in the house, which was her mum.
Yeah.
So she would update me every day of how Amelia was feeling and how she was getting on.
Yeah,
and she did.
I mean,
going back to what you were saying, she did a few times. So it was really awful last night, but kind of papered over the cracks.
Yeah.
And then I would
also, it's a very different thing, I think, when you're in it and it's difficult to the morning after. And I got through it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
And you know what, like, people will be listening to this and everyone has their jobs and different things. So, but our situation was very unique because I'm a performer and I'm touring across the UK in different cities and different parts of the city, and going to Ireland, going to Scotland, different places. And it was just, I've got to go on stage and just like put this to one side. Yeah. And there was an element of like, she's like, oh, what are you doing now? I bet you're off to the gym or something. I'm like, ooh, yes, I think I'm going to the gym.
I'm struggling to stand up straight from the surgery.
Well, yeah, what was your recovery like?
Hard. Yeah. Much harder than what I thought it'd be. And again, people had told me, the first weeks are going to be really hard. But and everyone's obviously had different experiences, but I really struggled. I struggled to stand up, to walk, reach stuff in the cupboards, like up there for plates, load the dishwasher. Obviously, my mum was doing a lot of that stuff, but I just thought within sort of 7 or 8 days, I'd be feeling a lot better than I did. And it just took me, I didn't feel right until, I think it was about 2 months.
Really?
Yeah, just because, and maybe because I'm used to being so active and moving around a lot, I find it really hard to sit still, don't I?
Well, I was really shocked that, and I didn't mean to patronise you or anything, I was really shocked that Amelia didn't expect that.
Really?
So I was like, not tough, but I was like, Amelia, come on, like, you've just had major surgery. You can't expect after major surgery. I mean, I've had a few major surgeries myself.
I was going to say, with your knees and stuff, you must, like, know what it's like to.
I sat on my, when I had my knee, I had to sit on the couch for 3 months.
Yeah.
But nobody told me.
I know.
They'd already always said, you'll be fine after sort of week 2, week 3, you'll feel normal.
But I think.
And I didn't.
Yeah, but I think you. Well, I said this to you. I was like, but your levels are different to other
people.
And
also, normal is probably just functional.
Yeah. So Amelia could functionally do.
You can function. Great. Off you go.
Yeah.
Not a problem anymore. Go function.
Yeah, so Amelia was doing normal things, but Amelia's like, well, I want to go for a walk, like up the road. I want to do get back into what I was doing. I was like, you can't. You just had major surgery. Yeah. So me and her mum were not tough on you, but we were like, Amelia, come on, like.
But I tried to walk to Tesco's with my mum, which wasn't far, and she said, I don't think you should push the pram. I said, no, I need this to help me sort of, like almost like a granny would with the frame.
Yeah.
So this is actually good for me. And I think I got 5 minutes up the road and I just cried. I said, this is too much. I need to go back.
But it's so important that you listen to that.
Yeah.
Because I can remember, third time around, so I should have known better, but I remember seeing other people who'd given birth around the same time as me out walking. Well, I'll go for a walk. Literally, got about 10 minutes. I felt like my insides were about to fall out of my. Everything was about to follow where the baby came, and I thought I have to stop. But now I'm halfway around the Lido. I don't actually know how to get back to my car. But it's that thing of kind of just listening to your body and then not comparing it to what it did before, and not comparing it to what other people can do with theirs.